Salam, boys. So, I was gonna make hopelessness and fatalism in the same video, but I kind of thought they mean the same thing basically. What is hopelessness? I actually got the definition right here: a feeling or state of despair. Now, this word despair is very important. Recently, I saw a lecture, and the lecturer was talking about how despair is something that the devil loves. So Shaitan, every time you're sad, every time you're depressed, every time you feel down, he loves it. He's rejoicing, bro. He's he's looking at you and your depression, and he's like, this is what I want. This is how people are going to be led astray. Without hope, and hope is very, very important in Islam. Keeping hope in the mercy of God, keeping hope in the mercy of Allah, keeping hope in yourself is very, very important. I think I made a video similar to this beforehand, but we'll get into the opposite of it right now. Ultimately, what does this despair stem from? Despair is what I think. Despair stems from a lack of faith. A lack of faith in God, right? A lack of faith in Allah. This is because, there's one quote that I really like. I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't know it exactly. Anything that happens to a Muslim is good for him. In the good times, he can be grateful. In the hardships and the trials and the tribulations, which is going to be a separate video, he can ask for help. This links into hopelessness, because if someone's faith is really, really strong and their heart is set upon the deen, or the deen, I don't really say deen, but anyways, if someone's heart is really set upon the deen and they believe in Allah fully, believe in the qadr of Allah, believe in all the articles of faith, right, then ultimately this person has no room for hopelessness. It's almost impossible for them to feel hopeless because of their strong iman and their faith and their love for God. How do we defend against this hopelessness then? Well, obviously, if it results from weak faith, then we need to strengthen our faith. Obviously, I've gone over this before, but in case if you didn't watch those videos, which you probably didn't,
Go watch the last videos, bro.
the way that we defend against this hopelessness is increasing our faith. You asked me, Musa, how do I increase my faith? Obviously, you have prayer, which is very, very important. It's the fundamental, like the what's it called, the keystone of Islam. Obviously, it's the pillar of Islam. Get on your prayers fully. Also, Quran. Read the Quran. If you don't know how to read the Quran, learn how to read the Quran. You can learn anything online nowadays. I was learning Arabic just through online lessons, just free resources on YouTube. There's a Arabic 101, which is a very, very good channel to learn Quran off of. Let's talk a bit about fatalism now. Fatalism and hopelessness, they go kind of hand in hand, because they both involve lack of faith in Allah's qadr. I have the definition again right here. Fatalism, a submissive attitude to events. Of course, you look at that and say, submissive, that's the whole of Islam, good. But the thing is, it's the way you submit. Because just submitting in a negative way. Let me give an example. So say you have the qadr of Allah right here, yeah, and you obviously want to submit to this. But it's the way you submit to it. Say we have person A, and person A is the positive, like the optimistic kind of person, which we should all strive to be, by the way. So they're going to look at the qadr of Allah and say, this is the best possible path God has put out for me. And I'm going to have faith in this and never despair of the mercy of Allah. But then you have person B, the kind of negative, twisted sort of outlook. They see the qadr of Allah and say, why are there so many trials? Why is it not up all the time? they still have the belief that this is inevitable, but it's the way they look at it, which is the sort of problem that they have.
Alright, that's it for the video, boys. Remember, with hardship comes ease. Allah Hafiz.